Okay, who knows Todd Rundgren? Come on. Come on, you guys. Thank you. You win the prize. Where's your stride? Your ticket to paradise? I hear my voice calling out for more. And I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. But there's no easy way around it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Who knows why? Someday we all must die. We're not homeless boys and girls. You gotta reach inside and learn. It's not such a lonely, lonely world. People may turn their heads and walk on by. Just reach out and give it another try. The light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. And when you feel afraid, love one another. When you've lost your way, love one another. When you're all alone, love one another. When you're far from home, love one another. When you're down and out, love one another. And all your hopes run out, love one another. When you need a friend, love one another. When you're near the end, love. Oh, we got to love. Oh, we got to love one another. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Yes. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Oh, shine on us all and set us free. Love is the answer. One more time. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer.
Good morning, Unity Palo Alto. I'm Reverend John Riley. I have the joy of serving as your senior minister, and thank you all for being with us today. Thank you to our online community, those who are watching on our live stream, and those who are watching us during the week. And wherever you are in this very moment, know that you're in the right place at the right time right now. Yes? Unity is a global spiritual community welcoming people from all walks of life. Whether you're a parent, whether you're a child, whether you are consider yourself one denomination or another denomination or no denomination, you are welcome here on your spiritual journey. If you're new to Unity, what we want you to know is that Unity is open and inclusive and open global spiritual community welcoming people from all walks of life. I just said that. See what happens when I change my script? Welcoming people from all walks of life, for we teach positive, practical spiritual principles that you can apply in life every day to help you live a more joyful and abundant life. We're so blessed this morning to have with us Joe Angeles as our platform leader, Ronnie Beck on drums, Russell Norman on piano, Deborah Winters as our soloist, And we're so grateful that you are here today. And so let us begin our service with our opening songs. I invite you to stand as Deborah leads us.
Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Yeah. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Yes, rise up, oh my soul. Oh, rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Yes, rise up, oh my soul. Come on, you guys, stretch it. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Let's do it again. Move it around now. Rise up, oh my soul. Yes, rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Yes, rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Yeah, yeah. This little where are we? Where am I? You guys hear it? Okay, let me go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah, now this little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's do that again. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yes, let it shine. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Let it shine. Yes, Unity Palo Alto. That's it, man. Woo.
Good morning. How are you guys today? Wonderful. So, good morning. I am Joe Angeles. I am so honored and grateful to be your platform leader this morning. Welcome to all of you who are here in the sanctuary. I can see all of you very well because you are shining so brightly. And don't worry, you guys online are doing the same thing, and anyone else who tunes in during the week. And the cool thing about our worldwide movement is we have only 5 core principles that guide us on our spiritual path. First one, God is. There's only one presence and one power active in my life, in our lives, and in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. Okay, let me catch my breath there for a second. Got it. And then, to me this week, this God, I would say divine love. That was the word for me. This divine love, according to our second principle, which is the I am, is the substance and intelligence innate in every person and in all creation, that you and I are actually within and without, in every cell of our body and every atom, is divine love. Isn't that cool to know that we are divine love, no matter what errors or mistakes or what day we're having? Yes? And guess how we do it? First one, through our third principle, the law of mind action. So when we start thinking and feeling those thoughts and feelings of divine love, guess what we fill our world with? Divine love, right? And then the fourth principle makes it a beautiful, beautiful practice, meditation and prayer. Because in that meditation and prayer, we're able to connect with that creative, constructive power of divine love to work in us, through us, and us. So by the time we get to the fifth principle, the 5-second rule, as we practice from the place of divine love, we become more of what? Divine love. And life gets better. Yes? And so as we apply the 5 principles in our lives daily, individually, we get to also apply it collectively in our vision statement. So I invite you to affirm this with me. Centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
On the day I was born, said my mother and father to me, here's an elegant legacy waiting for thee. Here's a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart. And I want you to sing it when your world falls apart. And look to the rainbow. Follow it over the hills and the streams. Look to the rainbow. Follow your spirit and follow your dream.
And our daily word for today is prayer. I will read the affirmation and then I will invite you to affirm it with me. I feel the presence and power of God as I pray. Together. I feel the presence and power of God as I pray. In the Revealing Word, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore described prayer as the most highly accelerated mind action known. This awareness is my comfort and assurance as I release my worldly concerns and feel the presence of God. As I pray, I immerse myself in the silence so I can be still and know. From this place of deep communion, I relax and focus my attention on the divine ideas of life, love, wisdom, strength, and order, which are always mine to claim. As these spiritual truths flourish in my consciousness, thoughts of my troubles and worries fade from my mind. In the past, I may have believed prayer was a way of asking God for help and solace. Now, I understand it as one of the best ways of helping and uplifting myself. And from Psalm 46, verse 10, "Be still and know that I am God."
When I'm less than I should be, and I just can't face the day, when darkness falls around me, and I just can't find my way, when my eyes don't clearly see, and I stumble through it all, you I lean upon, you keep me strong, and you rise me when I fall. You are there when I most need you. You are there so constantly. You come shining through. You always do. You are always there for me. When life brings me to my knees, when my back's against a wall, you are standing there right with me, just to keep me standing tall. Though a burden I may be, you don't weary, you don't rest. You are reaching out to carry me, and I know I'm heaven blessed. You are there when I most need you. You are there so constantly. You come shining through. You always do. You are always there for me. Yes, you are there when I most need you. You are there so constantly. You come shining through. You always do. And you are always there for me.
Well, good morning, Unity. We're going to begin our service today with some intentional gratitude. Are you ready? All right. Some of us are ready. Some of us need to warm up. We'll start with warming up. So first off, I would like to ask Alice Simpson, and Christine Oliver to stand as we say thank you. These are our decorating elves. They're looking at me like what I do. These are our decorating elves who created this beautiful sanctuary for us this season. Please stay standing. I'd like to ask Paul Sislo to come up. He's the elf muscle of the group. I'd also like to thank Paul for purchasing and installing our brand new umbrellas out in the courtyard. And I'd like to ask Karen Friedman to stand up. Karen had a brilliant idea. She discovered that Daily Word Unity has this idea of, if you're a Unity ministry, they can send a postcard to Daily Word subscribers in our area. So she and I created a postcard, and she got them to send out a postcard. So if you subscribe to the Daily Word, probably in the next few days, you'll see a postcard from us that is inviting you to our Easter Holy Week extravaganza, all the different activities. And for all of those who have yet to discover their local Unity Center, they have the opportunity. So thank you all very much. Let's bless them. Are you ready? We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light in you. And so it is. Well, I'm not done yet. You feeling the energy starting to flow? You feeling the gratitude? I'd like to ask our production manager, Polo Jones, to come out for a moment. For those of you who don't know, and Ethan, why don't you come out here as well, our live stream engineer. And so Ethan is my son, but he's one of two of our production engineers. Felix is the other one. We'll thank Felix next week. But we want to make sure we give these two because they create the environment that we experience today. So, Polo is heading off for, he's going on tour. And so this is his last Sunday for a while. He'll be back. But we want to wish him a fond farewell. So let's stand up and give him a standing ovation. Give them both a standing ovation. Thank you so much, and thank you, Ethan, for all of you do. Now, those of you who knew Ethan when you were this big after the service, you can say, I knew him when he was this big. We are warmed up now, yes? All right, now let's take this moment to think about and turn your attention inward to draw upon that idea, that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of thankfulness that we just created within ourselves by thanking someone, and draw that into your heart and feel that felt sense of gratitude within you. I invite you to take a moment to think about something in your life that really lifts you up and allow that felt sense of gratitude within you to be in this present moment. For it is in this present moment where we live and move and have our being. The author Eckhart Tolle once said, it is through gratitude for the present moment that your spiritual dimension of life opens up. The spiritual dimension of life opens up in this field of energy that we are creating. Gratitude is that energy. We're opening ourselves up to that, what I call divine love, the harmonizing, prospering, healing energy of spirit that flows in, through, and as us. And as we live and move and have our being in that gratitude, we're allowing that energy to flow through us with ease and grace. So feel and breathe into this present moment and feel that life energy within you. Feel it. And in that energy, just ask, what is mine to do? What is my sacred path? What is my holy purpose in this moment? What is mine to do? And just breathe into the moment. Now, you may get an answer right away, or the answer may come in the next day or two or in the next week, but it will come. What is yours to do? How will you live and express this energy of love out into the world? Now, think for a moment of all of your goals, your dreams, your heart desires. What is it that's bursting in you that you want to accomplish in the future, that you want to put into motion, that you want to achieve? What is in your heart's desire? Now fill that thought, that energy, fill that idea with that love. Immerse it in that love, in that experience of gratitude. See yourself already it, whatever the it is. Allow that energy to flow through you. And breathe into this present moment. And in this moment, say thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, allness of life, love, and wisdom. Thank you, God. Now take a nice, deep, cleansing breath and return to me. Intentional gratitude is by far the most powerful that I've experienced spiritual practices that we teach. There's gratitude, right? There's somebody surprises us with something, and we're so grateful. And that's wonderful. But when we can learn to source it ourselves, when we can learn to bring that energy in intentionally, then we see the world completely differently. As Eckhart Tolle said, when we have that intentional gratitude, we are in that realm of possibility, in that spiritual power that's moving in, through, and as us. The spiritual dimension of life opens to us because it's all spiritual. when we come at it from that perspective. And when we have that energy of gratitude, it brings us and it opens us up to the highest possibility within us. And those thoughts, those images that you created, that's what Joe was talking about and Charles Fillmore talks about as affirmative prayer. Of speaking and living and being from that higher state of consciousness. And gratitude is one that brings us right there if we let it. And when we do it intentionally, then we're really opening ourselves up to being able to be there in the moment. Now, it's not always going to be easy, right? There are going to be storms in our life. There's going to be a time when we are not quite ready can't quite get there. So what I want to teach is how we source that gratitude. And I talked about it a little bit. But being able to source that gratitude at any moment is so powerful. And if you practice it daily, then it becomes easier when the storms hit. And you always are sending your energy out into the world. And so the question is, what's the quality of the energy that you're sending? What's the quality of the energy that you're living in, that you're moving in, that you're experiencing, that you're creating for yourself? And where will you choose to focus that energy? So let's talk about how we can self-source that idea of gratitude, even in the most troubling times. As I mentioned earlier, when we bring to mind something that we appreciate, something that we're really grateful from our life, from our past, some ideas, some experience, and we allow that felt sense of gratitude for that to well up within us, we're creating that space to allow the opening so that that divine love can flow intentionally. So sourcing our gratitude is very powerful. Here's one way that I do it. Can I tell you a story? This will help you kind of understand how I'm sourcing my gratitude. I think it was about 19 years ago when my wife Tiffany and I were off on vacation during the summer. We had friends, a couple who was a sailor. Tim is a sailor, and he invited us to go to the Caribbean with him. And we rented a big boat, a big sailboat. We got to sail around. This was actually in the Bahamas, and it was fantastic. The boat that we rented was a beautiful. I don't remember how long it was. It was huge, though. This was a catamaran boat, a catamaran sailboat with 2 full cabins, sleeping cabins, and a full dining area. So it was big, and it could go fast, and it was so much fun. Well, along this way, 19 years ago, Tiffany happened to be around 5-6 months pregnant with Ethan. And so one day, after our snorkeling, we're just hanging out in the cabin. Tim and John went to the island somewhere, did something. Tiffany and I were just hanging out. We started thinking about names for Ethan, names for this little kid that was about to come into the world. Of course, Ethan was one of them. And, you're welcome to change it if you want. I think you got the second best, but here are some of the other candidates. After a while, we got a little, we were having fun, let's just say. So one of the names was Riley, with a middle name O-H. Wait for it, Riley O'Reilly. There, I'll spell it out for you. We loved that middle name, so we kept that. And the next name was Granny O'Reilly. That was in the running, I tell you. My favorite, and maybe I just had this premonition and knew that he would be in baseball, so I wanted to name him Aurelio. Now batting, number 4, Aurelio O'Reilly. I thought that would be great. Somehow, someone else had a larger say in the matter. So if you want one of those, buddy, you're welcome to pick one. What was that? Shush. She asked, what is wrong with you? I'm in the middle of something good, and now you ask me, where's my green? Yeah, I forgot. Oh, by the way, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I am Irish. Yes, I'm going to atone for this atrocity later. Thank you, Deborah Winters. It's been really nice having you as our music director. Have a nice life. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, did that create a sense of gratitude within you? So that's how, that idea, that story lifts me up. And so I can visually remember us sitting in that cabin, coming up with these names, laughing, as she's trying to maintain balance in this rocking sailboat. It was just fantastic. And so when I create that idea, that brings up within me that natural state of gratitude. That brings up within me that joy and enthusiasm, even if I'm not wearing green. No, I don't. Now I'm going to be adamant about it. I'm owning it. But that gratitude is now within me, and it was intentional. And can you feel how lighter you are now? Can you feel the sense of openness within you now? Simply because we decided to be grateful. Simply because we made the choice to be grateful. So we're creating this energy, and this loving, beautiful, harmonizing, joyful energy is now how we are experiencing life. You can experience that life too as we make that intention and practice it every day. Now, again, I said it's not always going to be easy. What I didn't tell you about my story is that 2 days later, we're sitting in the boat and the weather starts to change. And we get this realization that a storm's coming in. And so Tim decided it's better to be at the marina, where we're tied to a buoy rather than trying to rely on our own anchor. And so we started to head in for the marina. Along the way, it starts to get rainy and it starts to get a little windy. So Tim thought, well, it's safer to pull down the sails and turn on the motors. There's 2 motors in a catamaran. There's one pontoon, the other pontoon, and they're on the outside of the boats. And right at the back of both of those are 2 different motors. So we're going into town there. And as we get closer to the marina, the storm gets heavier. It gets heavier. And all of a sudden, Tim starts to feel the boat's pulling one way or the other. And the reason it's pulling in one direction is because one of the motors died. So if you can imagine, here's the boat, here's the front of the bow, here's the bow, here's the stern, and only this motor is going. And so boats don't turn like cars do. Did you know that? Boats don't turn from the front, they turn from the back. So it's pushing us in that direction. So when we're going straight, it's no problem, right? He was trimming this. He was able to compensate for it, moving in a different direction. So we got there, and we're pulling into the marina. Now, the marina has as you come in, there's one dock here where you land, and there's a channel, and there's some boats over here and boats over there, and then there's the marina office over here with a little dinghy dock. Normally, you park the boat. I'm sure that's nautically correct. You park the boat, get in your dinghy, and go over to the marina. So we're coming around the corner, and all of a sudden, this gust blows us. This gust starts coming in. Now, we only have one motor. As we're coming in, normally, you kind of scale back on the engines and kind of let yourself drift in there. And as we were moving into there, this gust comes in and hits the back of the bow. And so all of a sudden, we're blown away from the dock, facing the 3 multi-million-dollar yachts that are in the slips there, heading right for them. So in this moment, Tim has this, I don't know how he did it, but he swung the back of the boat around, so now we're kind of moving in this direction, still blowing in this direction, because here's the thing about catamarans. They only have about 4 feet of draft. That is, there's only about 4 foot of boat under the water, unlike a monohull, which has a long draft underneath and a weight down there that keeps us from moving over. So if you only have 4 feet of water and the wind is blowing the cabin, it's like a big dam. The whole boat is just going sideways. We're headed right for those multi-million-dollar boats. So he guns it straight for them, turns it, so we start to turn into them, and then he turns it the other way, and right at the edge of the slips is this long pole that's coming out of the water. He hooks the front of the boat onto it, pushes the back of the boat this way. The wind picks us up and crashes us into the dinghy dock. We take a nice deep breath. We jump in the water. It's only about this high, so the boat has this much water off, clearance from the ground. No damage to the hull at all. there was a dinghy in between us. We just kind of moved it over. And then we went into the marina, and this is, getting towards evening now. And Tim explained the whole thing. We only had one motor, and should we move? And he's like, no, just leave it there. We'll call the company. They'll come out and take care of it. We're like, okay, great. Whew. So we're ready for dinner. We get changed because we were drenched. We get in the dinghy. We drove across the channel to one of the restaurants. We walk onto the deck after getting out of our dinghy. As we're walking up to the restaurant, you can hear all of the people in there. It's pretty full. It's loud. It's boisterous. As soon as we walk in, dead silence. Everybody knew who we were. Everybody watched this occurrence of us near miss of 3 multi-million-dollar yachts slamming into the dinghy dock. No one said anything, but we certainly had the evil eye. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what the evil eye is. So we're like, okay, whatever. We sit down, we have dinner, and we're relaxed. And the only vindication is the next day. It was bright and sunny again, beautiful, no wind at all, clear. The owners, the people who rent the boats came out. They couldn't even move it from the dinghy dock to a mooring. They kept running into the dinghy dock themselves. So I was standing there going, see? And no one cared. But we got it out there, and then it was all taken care of. So there will be storms. And you will crash into the dinghy dock. And you will be headed for disaster. Those things happen because life is juicy. Because life has this excitement in it. So can we, in that moment, source our gratitude? Now, I think Tim did that. He just went into solve it mode, and he was able to maneuver this wind dam, basically, with one motor in the back, around into a safe spot. He just did it by instinct. And when we practice spiritual practice, when we do the daily practice, it becomes instinct. It becomes instinct. In his letter to the Philippians, the Apostle Paul, chapter 4, verse 6 through 7, said, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be known to God." There were a lot of "oh gods" in that moment, at least for me. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ. Will guard your consciousness, will guard yourself in that higher consciousness within you, that Christ consciousness within you. So in that moment, let go, let God. In that moment, allow your energy to be present to what is, and allow guidance, spiritual intelligence, your own innate intelligence, to guide you every step of the way. There's a wonderful spiritual practice that I'd like to give you today. It was given to me by one of my beloved mentors, Reverend Martha Creek. And you may have heard it. This was a part of one of my Let Go and Let God series during the week. You can just go to our website and find them. If you want to start letting go in consciousness, this is a great way to do it. And the spiritual practice is the acronym SWSWSW. You can write that down. There will be a test. Some will, some won't, so what? The first two are just data. Some will love what you're doing. Some will love what you've done last week. Some will love how you're experiencing life, and some will just be on your side. Some won't. Welcome to life. Some won't like what you're doing. Some won't agree with you. Some will find everything that they can do to criticize you. Some will show you how they're right. Just data. It is in the so what that lies our judgment, our choice, and our freedom. It's in the so what where we are judging them or us, shaming them or us, ourselves, for whatever's occurring. It's in the so what where we can let it go. We can make the choice to just say, be curious. I wonder what I have to learn from this. It's in the so what that we can make a choice to look at things differently, to maybe make a different decision, to look at it through the lens of gratitude. It's in that choice where we can say, okay, I've got the evil eyes coming my way. Now I can breathe into the moment and source my good. Source my good. That's so what that some won't sometimes comes from people that Brene Brown might call live in this cheap seats, right? They're just throwing stuff from the cheap seats. It's like, okay, whatever. But when the so what comes from, the patron, the one that's right up front, then in our relationships where it has more impact on us, there's again the opportunity, how will I look at this? In this situation, let go, let God. In this situation, allow that energy of gratitude to appear. Allow curiosity to appear. And in that choice lies our freedom. Our freedom from our own sense of shame. Our freedom from our own sense of guilt, our own second guessing, our own letting go of our own power, giving our power over to somebody. You're always expressing energy and power. Is it from this endless supply of divine love, or is it my ego self-power, where if I give it up, I'm getting drained, where if I give it up, I'm getting diminished, because I'm giving not of this energy of goodness, not of the overflowing love that's within me, but I'm giving of my fear. I'm in the energy of fear, of anger, of resentment. And so we let go and let God in everyday life. So where will you put your energy, and what is the quality of your energy? Do you want to be right? Do you need to be right all the time? Do you need to be a person that is always listened to? Do you need to be, that person? Are you always right? Or can you be curious and open for new possibilities? Are you blaming others, or can you take 100% responsibility for you, for your stuff? Not 80% of responsibility, because even though we know it's really 20%, it's at least them. Not 110 responsibility, saying, well, okay, I'm taking your shame on and giving it to myself. Just owning you and coming from that place of gratitude and love. Do you want to focus on gossip, triangulation, and enrolling people in your stuff? Or can you let it go and live with integrity for self? To look inside of yourself and say, okay, what would be real for me? How can I live more from my state of presence? What is mine to own and what isn't? And being willing to be the resolution in any situation. So some will, some won't, so what? And the practice in there is to bring and begin with intentional gratitude with everything you do. So just think about this for a moment. As we began our service today, we expressed our gratitude. And then we stood up and applauded. And then we brought more gratitude to mind. What if you did that at the beginning of every day? You began your day with intentional gratitude. And intentionally holding that energy, knowing that this is the energy through which you will experience and express in life. What if you began every task with intentional gratitude? Every task. I am so grateful no one did the dishes. I am so grateful that I'm ready to do my homework, ready to do my report. I'm so grateful that John didn't wear green so that I could, no, just kidding. What if you began every task with some gratitude and you created that energy within you? You lifted yourself up to the point where you're just moving through whatever it is that you're going through, whether it's a doctor appointment, whether it's, a test, whether it's a project, whether it's a relationship, anything that you're about to step into. Before you step into it, take a moment for gratitude intentionally and know I am lifting myself up. I'm overflowing with this love, and this love is my spiritual boundary. Yes, tomatoes will be flying from the cheap seats. Yes, your dearest friend will say, I didn't like that, and it will come right at you. But with this energy of love, it dissolves within you the resentment. It dissolves within you the anger and the frustration. And you're able to be there and feel more present and be more present and be less diminished by it. So let's begin with intentional gratitude this week. Ethan, would you show our affirmation? I'm going to read it, allow you to, just soak it up, and then we'll affirm it together. I am grateful in this present moment. For God is my strength, my wisdom, and my power. And if God doesn't work for you, Spirit, Source, the allness of life, love, and wisdom is my strength, my wisdom, and my power, and I am a blessing because I am living from that energy that is already me. I'm living from my authentic self, and I'm expressing that into the world, so I am a blessing. Yes? Yes. Let's affirm this together. I am grateful in this present moment, for God is my strength, my wisdom, and my power, and I am a blessing. And so it is. Begin everything with gratitude. Know that some will, some won't, so what? Know that you are that divine expression, and when you source it within you, you have the spiritual strength, you're open to divine wisdom, and you're ready to move through to new possibilities. Let's take that into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. To close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze. As we begin to tune out this outer experience of life, so that we can tune in to the inner experience of divine love. Breathing into this present moment, we relax our thoughts. Any thought that comes up, we just simply bless it. Bless it along the way like a little cloud floating through the sky. Any emotion that bubbles up, we just simply acknowledge it. And in a moment, we let it pass. And if there's any tension in our body, we can put our attention in the earth, feel gravity beneath us, wiggle our hands, feel our feet, feel grounded in this present moment. As we breathe, we allow this breath of spirit to breathe us. I breathe into my heart. Feel the flow of spirit. Feel the energy of divine love. Feel a felt sense of gratitude and peace. Breathing into it, allowing it to enfold us, to bless you. As we breathe into the stillness of the silence. I breathe in love, divine love, the healing, harmonizing, prospering energy of spirit. I express that love into the world as compassion, kindness, goodness. I breathe into my solar plexus divine wisdom, the still small voice that speaks to me through my intuition, the wisdom of spirit. And I listen. I say yes with each breath. I breathe into my mind and open it to divine inspiration, connecting with divine mind, knowing that infinite intelligence is moving in through and as me now. And I lay hold to these ideas, and with my faith, bring them into manifestation. I am one with the allness of life, love, and wisdom. I am grateful in this present moment. For divine love is my strength, my wisdom, my power, and I am a blessing in the world. With that gratitude in our hearts, with that blessing on our lips, let us celebrate by singing the Alleluia.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
And with a nice, deep cleansing breath, we return our attention to this time and this space, allowing that healing, harmonizing energy to flow through us, allowing our gratitude to carry us through this day. Yes? Unity Palo Alto is here to help you discover the spiritual magnificence and to give you the tools to live it daily. Our transformational purpose statement is we are transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. For you are the good news in the world. And so as we allow that energy to flow with us, we say yes. I'd like to take a moment to honor some of our traditions. Mose Razmi mentioned to me that Tuesday at 8:06.03 is the vernal equinox, when spring officially starts. And in her tradition, in many of our communities, that is a celebration of a new year and the past of an old year. And so we honor that tradition and say thank you, Spirit, for this experience. There's so many ways in which you can be a part of our spiritual community, just by showing up, by saying yes, by saying I am here. If you'd like to support our spiritual community, we are what makes us go. What makes this possible are our loving donations and our service and our support. There are many ways in which you can give. And if you're in the sanctuary and you'd like to give, there's a silver box in the front and in the back that say love offering. You can place a love offering in there. You can make a donation online, and you can just simply come out after the service and say hi to people or say hi online to each other. We're so grateful as a spiritual community because this is for me, this is the way in which we express so much goodness in the world. So I'm so grateful for our spiritual community. The affirmation that we say is on the screen, and I'll invite you to affirm it with me. Together, divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen.
I've been waiting for my dreams to turn into something I could believe in, and looking for that magic rainbow on the horizon. I couldn't see it until I let go and gave in to love and watched all the bitterness burn. Now I'm coming alive, body and soul, and feeling my world start to turn. And I'll taste every moment, and I'll live it out loud. I know this is the time to be more than a name or a face in the crowd. I know this is the time of my life, the time of my life. Holding on to things that vanished into the air, left me in pieces, but now I'm rising from the ashes, finding my wings, and all that I needed was there all along, within my reach, as close as the beat of my heart. And I'll taste every moment, and I'll live it out loud. I know this is the time to be more than a name or a face in the crowd. I know this is the time of my life, the time of my life. Yes, I'll taste every moment, and I'll live it out loud. I know this is the time to be more than a name or a face in the crowd. I know this is the time of my life. Yes, this is the time of my life. Oh, I'm more than a name. This is the time of my life, the time of my life, the time of my life, the time of my life.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Russell. Can we give them a hand of gratitude? And of course, our Reverend John Riley. Thank you so much. And then the most important one that we need to thank is ourselves. Yes? So I now invite you to stand up and face the center aisle. And before we say our blessing to each other, come from that place of intentional gratitude in your heart. And then warm up your hands and extend them to each other. Coming from gratitude, we say, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I behold the light in you. And so it is. And so please have a seat. I have an exciting announcement. Oops, that was one of them. Like today, actually, I'm excited because today is our prayer chaplain orientation right at 12 noon. If you want to know more, what exactly do we do and what role do we play, or how do we become prayer chaplain, you're welcome to join us at the Learning Center in person and also on Zoom. That will be today between 12 and 1 p.m. And then next Sunday is going to be Bring Your Own Lunch Brunch, and our lovely June Riley is right here. So follow her, bring your own food, and she has icebreaker to get to know each other more. And then the following Friday, which believe it or not, is going to be Good Friday, our very own licensed Unity teacher, Casey Wicker is going to do a Holy Week meditation. That's going to be, I think, here in the sanctuary on the 29th between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. And so guess what happens on Sunday the 31st? Easter. Yay! Not yet. So before that, we bless our Easter flowers here at 10:30 in the morning. And then, of course, Easter happens after. And I know I don't have the announcement yet on the screen, but I know we're going to have a Easter Sunday brunch, and we will serve brunch, so we need some volunteers to help out with the brunch. And if you need more information, ask Karen Friedman. And one more thing, I would like to ask our prayer chaplains to actually stand up. Sorry. Okay, so there is Sarah Ann and also Karen. So if you are in need of prayer or any celebration after the service, they're there to hold you in sacred space, to listen from their heart and to pray from their heart. So thank you for serving us today. And then I would all invite you to stand up for our song of peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a grateful week.
Where's your stride? Your ticket to paradise. I hear my voice calling out for more. And I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. But there's no easy way around it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Who knows why? Someday we all must die. We're not homeless boys and girls. You gotta reach inside to learn. It's not such a lonely, lonely world. People may turn their heads and walk by. Just reach out and give it a try. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Now when you feel to love